Finally looks like a team that we can put out. I hate this team. I hate this team. I hate this team. Look at this. Look at the state of this. Skull kick. And you got one, hang on. 1, 2, I can't change the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, waiting for it. Look at this. Look at this. Right, because they're a back four, nobody's accounting for their fullbacks. My centre mids are trying to split and cover them as well. That's just ridiculous. Look at that. That would never happen. I don't and no other team in the world would do this, but we're doing it. We don't care about it. You can have all that. Look at this. Oh, force it long. They can't play out against that. They can do that though. It's probably gonna be a goal anyway. Oh my God. Yeah, just whack it up there. There you go. I don't believe it. I mean, you don't save those. Look at this remove. Look at this. Whack. Hard, as high and wide as you can. Whack, whack, goal. Can't teach it. Can't teach that. The thing is that the Trequartiste obviously is not supposed to press at all. Oh. Change one of these to, we'll just do that maybe. And let's get Rome. Do we want channels or do we want wide? Let's do neither. Let's just do Rome on both of them. Simplify a little bit. I mean, if I wanted to be really brave, what I would do is this. Them down. Not that brave. Let's go that. Is Tom reliable yet? No. No, he was unhappy that he wasn't in the national team for Italy. He's blaming me for that. And then after he got into the team, he then just said, I broke too many promises. So I don't think he knows what he wants from life, really. Bless him. The absolute waste of space up front. Yeah, look, see, for some reason, it has to be Trequartistas. I don't really know why it works so much better with these. Right, can I get a bit more build-up, do we reckon? Slow it down on tempo? I'll try my wing-backs to get a little higher. Mentality, maybe. Here we go. Winner. Oh, done it again. It's undefeated. The Blitz is undefeated. Come on. I don't believe it. Do you know what you normally do is you go to a defensive tactic to see it out, wouldn't you? That's what you would do. Tell you what, let's go a bit more sensible. We'll drop the mentality to 1, to positive, and then we're just going to leave it the way it is. Just, why not? Just keep... Yeah, there is no retreat. There is no surrender. We just keep going. We might lose from it, but who cares? We can't win any other way anyway. Torrin has it. Plays it back to the left back to William. Works into... Oh, look at the beautiful football. Torrin. Oh. Just take him out. Oh, Robback's been absolutely done. Absolutely done. That's it, that'll do. Ooh. Close. I don't think this is sustainable, this tactic, if I'm honest with you. Being perfectly honest. Look at this. Overloads everywhere. Offside. That first goal was offside. No, fuck right off. See, should have just stayed going for it. He's probably going to be more like a centre mid, an attacking centre mid, I would have thought. Or a cam. He was on my list as a wing. He's good at everything for a wide player, but I don't think he's very fast. That's my only concern with him. Why is he not getting Chelsea's team anyway? Why are they not playing him? They're playing a flat 4-4-2. He plays on the right, but they've got Jerome Musiala, okay, and they've got Mbappe as well. That's probably why. And they don't seem to be rotating their team at all. I didn't get him. Who's the next best one? I don't trust Gyro. In fact, he can go off my list. This guy's probably the best one to go for in terms of like, you can't really fail because it's going to cost me basically nothing. And he's got release clause. We'll sign him actually. Zentro from Colo. Banging in the goals on the regular in Chile. Won't get a work permit apparently. Yep, you made the list. Comes in and he stays on loan for a year, and then we sell him for 20 million next summer. That'll do at this point. But like, he does fit the stats of what I was looking for in a forward, so he's probably not very good. Because I think by 22 would have got picked up by somebody if he was, but this guy's probably a good number 10, but do I have a stats view for this one? Don't think I do actually. This guy looked good as well. Nope. If you can't bang in the goals in Chile, you ain't going to be banging the goals in the Premier League, mate. My experience in this save, this guy looked all right as well. Dropped him. He was in their first team, and they whatever sent at Etienne. Cheers for that. No, I can't see how good he is. Good in the air, that's what I like to see. He's banged in a lot of goals the last couple of years. Mustafa Dogru. I'm going to sign all these players, by the way. I'm going to sign probably two or I'm definitely sign one centre back and one centre back, one forward, and maybe one winger. That's what we're looking at right here. This guy I was looking at. Okay, they dropped him from their first team for some reason, but he looked pretty good. Money for somebody you're not sure on, that is. I think that's it. I like that guy. But loads of money. Christian Novak, yeah, looked at a few times. Unfortunately, too much money for us. Let's just see then who the scouts think is the best of our Moneyball players. They reckon those top two there. They think he's the second best, Tossie. That's interesting. I reckon he's the best one, but we can't afford him. And I don't want to make it happen because change around my fortunes. Let's see what we could get him for. This needs to go. Oh, I do it. It's good, really, because otherwise I might have done it. Eli comes in. It's fine. I know I need him this year. Okay, he can go back on loan, though, if he wants to. No. I guess I might have to send him back on loan. Yeah. And there's Tossie as well. Let's get this down. 165, not going any of that. But you can leave if we get, like, I don't know, 79 million for you. Fine. That's fine with me. $6.5 a week, and he's on 205 now. How much transfer money? It was 15 million, but half of the next sale goes to them instead of the 60 million it would have cost us to buy him, which is better for us at this stage. Just more options next year, really, because I'd probably use him as a centre mid in a 3, I reckon. Yeah, but they get half of the next sale. But it's unlikely we'll sell him now in time for the save to end. Oh, well, we might get beaten to him anyway. I'm not going any higher than what I've offered him, wages-wise. He's got what he's got. If he turns it down, he turns it down. They've just had an offer like 80 million for him from Borussia Dortmund. Oh, he went on loan to Milan. Fuck off, Tossie. Absolute bellend. Gebe Durand. That's what we've got for a forwards. Okay. It's not great. Only a youngster, bless him. Right, he's got a bit of potential, apparently. He's got a bit of potential. He can do the business this year, though, is he? It's fine. He's going back on loan anyway, so... Works for me. Right, it's fine. He's gone back out on loan anyway to his previous club, so that doesn't make a difference. Eli apparently is dog shit, but he got really good outcomes on his stats, so we'll see. I just want another player, really. He's like by far the 4th choice centre back of the 4, so it doesn't matter. Not that bothered, really. Chance. You know when you have those players that can like play everywhere, like a utility player, right? Where they can basically play in any system, they can do a bit of a job anywhere. We've got the opposite to that. We've got a team that can't do anything. What's the opposite to that? What's the opposite to a bunch of utility players and utility team? They're the opposite of that. Whatever the opposite is. Can't do anything. I've had players before in real life where you think, right, what's his weakness? Don't look at what his weaknesses are. What actually can he do? Not very much. Don't much. Nah. Fuck's sake, man. I was speaking to a colleague actually this week who's coaching at a really high level. Not in terms of like, oh, he's working at Manchester City. I don't mean the level in terms of that. I mean the work that he's doing is at an extremely high level. He's lost 4 players from his JPL team, which is that middle level sort that I was talking about. He's lost 4 players to academies in just last year, under 10s and other 11s. Just doing an absolutely perfect UAVB model long-term project with them. It's beautiful to watch. See what he's doing with those players, but talking to him really makes me want to get back into coaching. It's just time at the moment, really. If I was coaching right now, something would have to give. So I don't know. It's going to be awkward for me, but it's got to happen. If I had a go from even worse. Good job I don't right now. What you gotta do? I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Yeah, problem is, shooters, I know that happened regularly. I mean, I could have gone to a defensive tactic. I mean, they did score within 2 minutes. I don't know if it would have mattered too much, but I could have gone to a defensive tactic, which would have just been inverting this. So this would become like a defensive 3, which is what I'd normally do. Yeah, but wait, this is on attacking mentality, what this tactic is, yeah. Right, so cup final here. I played the backups for a lot of this. Gonna be the one that saves me. Okay. The first team can play it because we'll rotate it for that one. Yeah, bloody hell, man. Right, we don't care about this. We've got Clermont, that'll be the B team. We won't watch any Europa League matches, by the way. They'll be all holidayed. Maybe the final. Maybe, wow, now I say that, maybe we should be taking it more seriously because we can get in the Champions League that way if we win it. Maybe that is the case. I'll probably holiday the Clermont one still. I mean, holidaying, though, isn't really a risk for us because we do normally do pretty well because our team is much better in the Europa League, so... I've not been following what the results have been like ahead of us. Hopefully there's been some drop points. Now 5 points off fourth. My God. Right, well. Maybe the Europa League is where we need to go. Fucks. I just can't believe this team, man. I really can't believe this team. Then we haven't won the League Cup yet. We got to 2 finals early on in the save, like season 5 and 7, and lost them both to Liverpool. And we haven't been back since for the League Cup final. So here we go. Assistant manager says, go out and win that trophy for the fans. Yep, I agree. They deserve it. You do not deserve it, boys, but the fans do. Let's absolutely dominate possession. Let's take the game away from Southampton, and let's just win it nice and easy, 3-0. That's all you got to do. That's it. Press high. That's a lot more like it. Love that. Yeah, good pressing from the boys. Uh-oh. I thought it was going to be some calamitous mistake there between the two. But we keep the ball. We play out from the back. Nice and easy. Got options there. Iniesta wants it all day. No, he doesn't. Okay. He does not want it all day. He wants it maybe now. If he comes and gets on it. No, he's trying to run in behind too much here. There it is. Oh, no. Eli wants it. Eli's through. Scores. 1-0 Barnsley. In football. Lovely build-up play and they're just whacking behind, but they're leaving Messi unmarked over there. That's what they're going to get. 1-0. If you watch it on YouTube, I don't know how many episodes it is. I'm probably going to do like big episodes and less of them because there isn't much time left. I can't announce when my deadline for finishing this series, because then people would think that means that's when the beta's out. So I can't tell you when the deadline is or what I think my deadline's going to be for this because, yeah. So if people are wondering how long I'm going to go with the save for, I'm not going to tell you because I can't. Because I can't say it without people taking it in a certain way, so I can't say it. Like, there's been 3 shots so far in this game. I mean, I do like the fact that we're just taking out the game. Like a boring making the game. I love it. Love it, boys. Make it boring. Bore them to tears. Operation bore them to tears. No more blitzkrieg there. Love it, Townsend. A big centre-back goal. That's going to demoralise him even more. Love that. Love that from you. In fact, let's not do that change. I'll get too late. Let's make that change. This game's won. I'm just going to make my next coffee while this plays through. I did say the game was won, didn't I? Oh, no. That's a penalty, and that could be a red card as well. Dear. Don't send him off. I don't believe it. This game was won. No. This is nonsense. Townsend can though. Lad, just whatever. Do your best, I guess. Last highlight of the game. Is it going to be a goal for Southampton to get the extra time? I hope it's not. I hope it's not. Townsend gets it. Bruno Louise, Townsend. Referee, surely. There it is. Oh, that'll do. Lenzo, how are you, mate? Welcome in. First time in chat. Welcome to the stream and to the channel. There it is. Nice, easy League Cup win. It's our first League Cup win, actually, in the entire save. So congratulations, boys. You don't deserve it. None of you deserve a trophy for anything apart from being the biggest wasters in the entire division. So don't deserve it. Don't celebrate. No, I'm not going to watch you lift it. You don't deserve it. I guess I say congratulations, but I don't mean it. Okay, thank you. Spacey Lucas Silva, if we qualify for the Champions League, he said he's going to stay. He's happy to stay. So we've got to qualify for the Champions League, which is fine because that's what we plan to do. Okay, this should be okay. We're 2-1 up from the first leg. I think we'll be okay here. But we'll see. I had some crazy matches with this tactic with Barcelona. We ended up in 8-7 against Arsenal in a Champions League semi-final. We'll see. Oh my God, there we go. Looks like we're in for another one. Strap yourselves in. Should have been a goal. And so, oh my God. What are we doing? Wake up, lads. Bloody hell. It's another highlight. Straight after that one. Nobody knows. Is that Justin Kluivert playing still on the left wing for them? Joking. All right, lads, if we lose to this, you're all getting sold. You're all getting sold if we lose to this. He's not a bad player. I actually quite like Justin Kluivert in the game at the start. But when he's 34 years old and we're like 12 years in and there's new gens everywhere that are great, like we can't be losing to that. Tammy Abraham as well. I don't know how old he is at this point, but he's really good. and he scored. So, you know, here we go. If we lose to Roma by like 2 Kluivert goals, I think like resigning from FM20. Oh. We're in trouble. There it is, Eli Andrew. That is on. No, none of this bollocks. Give the goal. Just give the goal, referee. I don't hear your bloody opinions. Give the goal. Yes, that's it. Good lad. That's a good lad. Do your job. Just give the goal. That's a red. Send him off. Yeah, that's better, referee. You're playing better now, referee. There we go. That's more like it. It's good from you. Instead of being Roma's 12th player for the whole game. Should be right now. Although it is, we want to go ahead, aren't we? Yeah, 3-2 up on aggregate. Oh, it's in all day. Oh, you got to get to that, Torin. Torin, that is pathetic. You can easily got to that. You coming off for that pathetic attempt to get the ball. Putting your striker up there, who can actually have a bit of determination, a bit of grit, a bit of fight in him. That's what we want. Even if he scores, he's still coming off. Ah, Bruno has done it. There we go, we're through. Well done, boys. Round of applause for the boys. Well done. Sus, isn't it? The referee doesn't have a name, so not sure. Oh my god. Well, then 1 goal behind again. No. Watching here. If you missed this, let's watch this together again. Let's watch this. Or, I guess choose my words carefully here. Watch this. Let's watch this in slow motion. What the fucking hell are you two doing? I think if you ever want to see a snapshot of how this save has gone, there you are. There you are. I mean, I hope we go out now for that. We don't deserve to go through. We don't deserve it, lads. We don't deserve it. Out. Okay, well, there's one back. Oh, yeah, wow. No Forza Roma. No Forza Roma. Right, let's change Eli. Right. If it goes to pens, we're going out. Mia Cabello, get off the ball. Pellegrini, oh my goodness. Right, we want to retain the ball. Well, that is something else. Eli Andrew, best player in the team, just get on the ball. Get him on the ball. Go on, Eli, what you got for us? Plays in. He's in? Is he onside? Oh, he's onside, come on! He silences the Roma crowds. Silences them. We're going to concede again. I know we are. Come on, please. Please bail us out, somebody. No, you can't be shooting from there. Here we go. Referee. Roma had 12 players the entire which they still couldn't beat us. Come on, boys. Roma, get out. See you later. Move on to the next one. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But what's annoying is if we didn't drop points like the extra 5 times too many that we shouldn't have done, we probably would win the league this year, despite the fact that we have to change tactics. So, yeah, we're not going to the league. If they lost that game, that would have made it interesting. But I didn't. Shoot, this happened before. This happened before. We've ended the season really strong, where we've changed tactic. We think, okay, right, just a few tweaks, like to the team with this tactic, we're going to win the league next year, and then it just doesn't happen. Last season's a good example of that. A good example of it. We'll see. I'm hoping to get quite far into next season tonight as well. So we'll find out if we're going to be in a title race or not. Tonight. And like the pre-season normally takes ages in the Moneyball save because you're looking so deeply at stats. But I'm not going to be signing too many players this time, so it probably won't take anywhere near as long. Maybe even like a third of the time. I love Eli Andrew. I think he's brilliant. I don't think we'll get much of a budget. I reckon our budget will be less than 10 million to spend. The good thing about winning all these trophies, if we do win 3 trophies this year, is it'll boost the club's rep quite a bit and the players' rep, and the morale of the club goes up. The club morale goes up. If the club accepts it on my behalf, that's the only way that's happening. And I'd be devastated if that happens. And they might do because the finances aren't good at all. I don't want to look at them until next season. You close your eyes. That's a red. Thank you. Game over. Game over. Eli can come off actually here. Oh. Take off Eli as well, put on him. And then Bruno Luis come off, and we'll put on Kenny on the left, or not. Win, boys. Football. Bruno Luis. Oh, it's beautiful. That's offside, though. I could play him a little bit. I don't think he's very good, to be honest. I probably should sell Pellegrini and try and buy a proper number one, like a first choice centre back, and then knock my left centre back down to a backup role, because that'll cost us next year if we get a long-term injury at centre back. Still with Valence, interesting. How's it going? It's going all right, mate. This is the third one of these that I've done. The first two that I did went really well. With Boston, we won everything within 20 years, and Boston start off in the 6th tier of English football. We didn't use attributes at any point in that save. Like, we didn't see anybody's attributes till right at the end after we finished. With 80th Munich, we won everything in 12 or 11 years. They're the 3rd tier of Germany. But obviously you've got Bayern to contend with, who are your local rivals. So that was another really good one. This one, though, has not gone the same way. This is year 12 we're in with Barnsley. And it's just not gone the same way as the other ones I saw. Like, we've had so many years we've gone sideways and backwards for the last 4 years, probably, maybe even 5. But I've probably got enough time to do 2 more seasons after this season before FM23 comes out. The beta does anyway. So I still need to win the Premier League and the Champions League. So we're going to go late tonight, quite late tonight. We've got not much money left. This should confirm us in the Champions League next year if we're able to win the Europa League. And then we basically got 2 shots here. You've got 2 shots. And either don't finish it in time. I let everybody down that put their money, put their time into watching it on YouTube. Like, this is episode 102 on YouTube. This will be. So this was a YouTube series for 98 episodes, and I had to switch it to Twitch just to make sure we get it done. All this will go onto YouTube as well for the people. Much condensed down, of course. I had it was my best ever series. I mean, I think the first episode's got over 20,000 views of my Moneyball series. It was amazing, and to not finish it would be a disgrace, and just quite frankly a slap in the face to people if I was to not. How can you not finish something when people have put all their time into watching 98 episodes? Not all of them have 20,000, of course, but people have put their time in. Like, if I put up a video, right now, of my Moneyball series, there'll be 100 views within, 8, 12 hours from this. The same 100 people are always in straight away. They watch every episode as it comes out. Then other people dip in and out. Some people hold back 4 or 5 episodes and then watch 4 or 5 in a row. Some people will just watch it more sporadically, but it's been incredible. And it's it's only in the last month dropped off a little bit where I think that people started to look towards FM23. And I have to finish the series. There's no doubt I'm going to finish the series, but then I've never once in my FM or CM life ever had a save where I've not achieved what I wanted to do, really. And this will be the first one. And if we don't win the Premier League or the Champions League, I have to consider it a failure. We have to do it. And I'm not confident we are. Nice, I'm inclined to try FM23 twice. Yeah, mate, I highly recommend it. It's a really, really good fun save to do. I highly, highly recommend it, man. It's so much fun. All I would recommend to make sure you do is at the end of every season, do your save name and put season 10, save it as that season, then resave over your normal file, just so that then you can go back and look at your team afterwards. And also when it gets to June 23rd and the stats for the new season take over and everybody's got 0, you can then still go back and view stuff. So if you're searching for a player in August and you want to look at their Moneyball stats, you can still see their stats from the season before if you go back to the save game file, back to the previous June, which is what it would be. That's essential for a Moneyball save, I would say. If you don't create the separate save game file, you're going to find yourself stuck a little bit. Yeah, because it'll reset the stats and they'll all say 0. If you don't create that separate save game file or do something like that, you can paste it into a spreadsheet and that sort of stuff as well, but I prefer just to keep a separate save game file because I can still search properly and normally. That's how I prefer to do it. To play FM23, I've got a few different teams that I'm looking at. I think I'll do a Pep recreation save and I'll do a Simeone recreation save. I'm not sure with yet on those two. And then I will definitely do a save with Venezia. I think Venezia playing a 5 at the back system, playing a 3 at the back system. And the objective there will be to make a 3 at the back system that's quite close to the one that I used to coach in real life. And also trying to make that team the best defensive team in world football. And it'll obviously be an Italian team, lots of Italian players, a lot of shithousery stuff going on. So there'll be a lot of good stuff in that save that'll be quite fun. I'll enjoy that. I think people will enjoy that as well. You'll see a bit of like my real life philosophy that I did on my B license at the start of it anyway. I switched formations in my B license, my formation. Did not switch philosophy much, but I switched formations. And then a little bit down to, let's make this as defensive as possible. Successfully defensive as possible. That'll be early. Those three will be early, and then Moneyball saves, of course, there'll be at least 3 across FM23, I would expect. Maybe more than 3. Because I did my first one in April. So if I did my first one like November, I might be able to get 4 Moneyball saves in instead of 3. But this one's got quite close to not being finished, of course. This tactic is working really well. Not saying, you want me to take off my glasses so I don't look as dorky for your mate to watch the stream? How about no? I put them on because I have a bit of a headache. Not really, a little bit of one, and I just want to prevent it, really. I might take them off when I have food and stuff anyway. I don't know. We'll see. I'm keeping them on for at least the end of the season. Yeah. I was actually planning on taking them off, but I think I might leave them on a bit longer. Yeah, I was actually just thinking last game I might take these off now. I don't feel as bad anymore. My head seems to be leveling out. They're going to score 2 back-to-back. They might do. Oh, they're in. Oh, that wasn't very good, lads, was it? What the fuck are we doing here? I did lose, by the way, against Brighton, but we're not going to catch them. But that would put us 6 points behind them. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What's everybody else doing for FM23? What are your saves? What's everybody's first save going to be? Yeah, a lot of people seem to have like beta saves where they play as like a decent team to get like grips to the game, which I understand. That I sort of stopped doing that. I always go with like, I don't know, when I start saving the beta, I always intend to carry it on for quite a while. Top side, but I don't think of it like I'm going to play the save for 2 weeks and do it just for the beta. I never think of it like that. Elche's a good shout. Going to be on Palmer. Nice. Love that. Any certain like formations or styles of football that anybody's going to start trying to play? Anything specific? Eli Andrews at hat trick. Yep. Nice win, lads. Classic ball through, lots of possession, Zaragoza. I want to do a Deportivo save, but because I can't use, obviously, because I have to play the game in the default way, let's put it that way, the name just... I can't know how it's pronounced. Is it Coruña? It's just called in the game. It just looks a little unusual. So it's like I like to avoid the Spanish league. I don't know why. I just like seeing Deportivo La Coruña. I don't know why. I just like seeing the whole name. I don't like it shortened. Okay, Good has it. Torrent, Tarone. Eli, Torrent, good goal. Good goal, boys. I didn't think we were at our best in this game. I don't think we controlled the transitions very well. We got counted on quite a few times. We still won the game 5-2, so that's good. If you're not at your best and you're still winning 5-2, it gives you a bit of hope for next season. Another set piece, that's not good. Yeah, he's liking the new tactic. I mean, nobody's playing that badly at all compared to like the other tactics. This tactic's getting everybody performing at least okay in this. GGY. Who've Arsenal got actually? They've got United. Like, they could drop points once. We're not going to do it. I just thought I'd check. I tell you why I don't think we're going to do it is when the game showed the title race, it didn't mention us at all. They've got easy enough games. So what's going to happen is, probably going to win out. We're going to win all our games here. We're going to win all of the ones remaining. And we're probably going to end up like 2 points, maybe 3 behind the winner. It's going to look really close. It's not been close. And again, it's just so frustrating. Like, if we hadn't have drawn, if we could have turned like 2 of these draws into wins, 4 points, we win 74 points, we'd be right up there. But those dropping those points at home when we were on a good run, it's cost us. But top 4 looks pretty much secure now, right? I didn't actually look at that even. I didn't even look behind us for the last couple of games because we've been so consistent and we got ahead. 8 points. It's over. Leeds when they go to 63, so 7 points with 3 to go. So if we win this game, that's it. Well, the next league game. If we beat Sheffield United at home, we are in the Champions League for next year, at least in terms of finishing 4th. We're closing on an unbeaten run. We're actually unbeaten with this tactic. Still. And we played Arsenal and United away. That's impressive, actually, when we look at this. So when do we change to it? Does anybody know? Where was the blitz period? Before that, I think, we got smashed there, didn't we? Or the Newcastle, so that game there. There's one thing you'd be concerned about. There's quite a few games in there where we've only scored 2 goals. And 1. For a high possession tactic, that's probably going to cost you points, but, I mean, it can't be worse than what we've seen before. It's 4-0 also lost there. So who've United got? Yeah, they've won it. Well, not they've won it. We aren't going to win it though from that. But, you know, we got close. Aim to please, Saint. I appreciate that. This should be a nice, easy win. It's Villa. We're 3-0 up in the first leg. We're in an unbelievable run of form. A win here and a win in the next game confirms top 4 and then leaves us in 2 finals. So we could end the season 2nd, 3rd, or 4th with 3 trophies, potentially. If we would have been in a title race the whole time, I would have felt more positive about this, but we'll see what happens next year. I do think that there's no way I can possibly change the tactic now after what we've just witnessed. Yeah, it could be, but I don't really care about those 2 finals anymore because we've won the FA Cup and we should be in the Champions League anyway. So I wouldn't be that, but I mean, I'd be concerned for next season going into knockout games in the Champions League and for finals. But I wouldn't be concerned that we actually lost those finals, if you see what I mean. Warren's happy again, which is good. He's been okay the last few games. Kenny. A mic on mute. Yeah, that's not good. The centre back being sent off. It means that Pellegrini have to start the final, but that's okay as long as then nobody else gets sent off at centre back or injured. Those two, well, Lucas Silva and Pellegrini can do the job, but I don't want to be playing that new signing ideally. But yeah, that's a nice comfortable win over 2 legs. Good side as well. John Lennon was like one of our players earlier on the save. He was really good. He just didn't quite fit with the tactic we were using. But he's like, what is he, £70 million the player they signed him for? They signed him for a lot of money, Villa. We sold him for 40. I think they bought him for like 60, 70. There he is again. First one was offside. Sold again. Unlucky. Lucky John. Oh, end the game, referee. Nobody wants to see this. Nice finish, Torrin. Appreciate that. Right then, comfortable win over Villa over 2 legs. I mean, they beat us at home earlier in the season, playing a different tactic, and we've beaten them 3-0 home and 3-0 away in this competition with this tactic. So I am feeling more positive at looking at purely at the results of the games that the teams have played. I still have a massive caveat next to this tactic, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to change it now. I think we go with this next season. We have to try it. Squad-wise, we'll look at it at the end of the season, but we're probably lacking a top centre mid. Like we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 there. If I'm happy to use a left foot or left centre mid, if I'm going to go down that route, we could have those 4, and that should be fine. I do think Kenny's a really good player. Yeah. Coaches and scouts did not rate Kenny at all when he first joined. I think he was like a 1.5 star. Already he's up to 3 and a 4 to them. He's got pretty low match ratings. He played in different positions, scored 6 goals this season as well. Yeah. Hey, Peter, but I want to see my youngster in action. Go play. Oh, they're both out, so now he's going to play left back in this game as well. Kenny is. And then Pellegrini goes centre back. Well, let's play Eli. Let's play the other Eli. Why not? Get him in there. That'll do for the next game, I think. And maybe Toroni should play. He's happy again now. Let's get him signed up to a new contract before he gets unhappy again. Oh, come on. What are these wages? Gotta be joking me. Toroni, I can't sign off on that. I can't really sign off above that. Sign off on this. He's a really good player. Sign off on that. Backup striker. He's currently a backup. If I was to try and replace him, it's going to cost me about 60, 70 million. It's sick to my stomach of you, Torona, you absolute snake. Just a bit sick after that. Needs to have a lie down. He's a top striker. He can play wide as well. Like, he's probably world class, but we've got 2 of them. And they both take it in turns to not perform, so... It's tactic, though. I mean, Toroni's going to play this game as well. Toroni can play on the... now, those two. They're both happier and they're both playing in this tactic. They seem to be pretty good. So that is a positive, because there were times last year where I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, because I knew I could just solve them for not performing, but it's really like tough to replace those kind of players. They like have pace, acceleration, dribbling, finishing, agility, all those like attributes, and they're effective in matches. You can't get many of those for like less than 40, 50 million. Like Eli Andro, I was so lucky with. How much did I spend on Eli Andro? Savior. Simply being greedy, yeah. I don't think we're going to get much money to spend, and our transfer revenue percentage is going to be about 0% probably. So he's got 2 years left on his contract. It's not worth risking. If I do manage to get a third season, it's not worth me risking losing him on a free. I may as well just keep him locked down and keep him happy for the next couple of years. It is worth it. Like, he is very valuable. Like, if I was to look at his stats and stuff, he probably is worth, probably still not, 250 is still quite a lot, but he's worth, I would have paid him 190, 195. I think he's just at that level of a player, really. Him and Torrin. The reason I don't start them both together in the same team, really, is because that there is no other striker, and I like to have a fresh striker on the bench that comes on and is. So if we're struggling, I like to have a fresh striker to come on. So I could start them both and bring on a wing and move one of them up front, but I want the striker sometimes to be fresh, especially in a 4-3-3. And the same when seeing out the game, I like to have my striker fresh because, one, they make more runs in behind, but two, they also press more intensely when they've got more energy. So I don't like to start them both because that hamstrings me if we aren't winning the game, basically, and we have to chase it. So that's the only reason they don't both start, because they're both brilliant. And we've been winning without them both starting. So if I can win by playing the other players wide and keeping one fresh on the bench, that's how I like it. The best case scenario is to bring another striker that's good, so that then I could start them both and have a different striker on the bench. But nobody else on the bench can go up front. They just won't be as effective as these two. As this game's over. Shape up. Thanks for signing up, Tottenham, but you're going to get spanked in this final. We're unbelievable right now. We are not very Barnsley-like. I've plugged in my Pep Guardiola Barcelona 2008-2009 tactic, and they're playing like it. So, and that is the design, of course. So I suppose there's reason to be happy. Oh, it's game over. It's Brendan Rodgers. It's Tottenham. It's game over. Get out. This is our final. All day. Milo Cabello left back. Playing well. Everybody's playing well. Everybody loves it. So far. Honey. It's just picked up a knock at right back. Eli with the corner, whips it in to the far post, headed away. William gets to it. He's going to have to link up with somebody, is he? He's going to take his bloody time getting it. But he's at the Townsend. Back into William. Back into Camilo Cabello, sorry. Get your names right. Albert, we're in, and that should have been a goal. We are playing a 4-2. Yeah, the reason I have my formation here is because my camera covers some of the match rating, so I leave that up. That's why I leave that there. I can put it for the finals stuff. We can do that. Better place to play. So the scoreline does not reflect the pattern of the game, as we've absolutely battered them. We haven't really. But we'll say that anyway. Actually, we've got our XG up now. Right back needs to be a change. Let's put the Grief at right back. That's not the Tariq Lamptey. That's a new gen Lamptey. Tariq Lamptey plays for City. And it's their first choice left back still, I think, even at this point in the game. Get up. Right, we won this. Camilo Cabello. Bruno Luis back into Cabello to William. Eli's giving it away. Counter-attack for Tottenham. They've got that bloody striker that I like. Here he goes. The 6'4" monster. whacks it into no man's land. Got to win that. Got to win that. Got to go through the front of him there, 2-footed, win the ball, encounter. Madueke. Oh dear. This could be a chance for Tottenham. It is. And it's over. No threat, no danger. Eli's come off. Let's put on Amdouni. I like it. Tottenham Habits. They're going to play out and play through us a little bit. Then we're going to hopefully win it here. Can we win it? Yes, we do. Lucas Silva's got options. He's going to play it to the goalkeeper, who's played a lot, slightly risky ball into the left wing. I bet it's worked out. Camilo Cabello plays the Bruno Luis to Cacciarilli, basically Iniesta over there. Townsend, Lucas Silva, travel with it. Don't pass that yet. Travel with it a little bit. That's it. Wait. Oh, no. He almost did the right thing. Travel with it into the area, commit somebody and pass. All he had to do, but he just whacked it into no man's land. As Tottenham are going to counter us yet again. Is the offside referee? Yeah, about 10 yards offside. Eli just playing shite. That's not good. Bruno Luis going to come up. Let's put Torre on the left, and let's put Torre down the middle. I like the best striker. Let's go with that. Instant highlight. That's it. I'm donating into Torre on the left-hand side. The new striker's in the middle. If you want to try and get it to him at some point, Torre has it, plays it into nobody. Camilo Cabello. Torre back to Camilo Cabello. Torre. Do something with the ball, Torre. What are you playing at? Oh, all day. They're scared. They don't want the ball. They don't want it. Whip it in there. Torre! Come on, Barnsley! Why is there any of this? Referee, I've told you before. We don't want your opinion on this chat. None of the chat wants your opinion on this. Fucking give the goal. Just give the goal. Just give it. Just give it. Yes, 1-0. There we go. Right, we're going to try and see it out with a nice little defensive 4-3-3. Like that. And that should be game over. I didn't say it was. They've matched up our old formation. It's all over, lads. No, we didn't sign him. No, the winter. He's been there a couple of years now. He's the one that just got a new contract for 250 grand a week, so £1 million a month striker. That's what he does, though. He's good off the bench. He has scored quite a few off the bench like that, to be honest. And I noticed it last night when I was playing. Whenever he'd be on the bench, he'd come on, he'd score a lot. As Barnes win the FA Cup 2 years in a row, which I suppose we'll take that. That's good for the club morale going into next season. Sorry, team morale, but club morale. There's a club morale thing that goes on there, so, you know. Team morale as well, of course. Too late as well. Sweet. Look back in and Chris, welcome in, mate. I'm using the default skin, and if you check my bio, mate, that is why. Although actually that's not true. I would normally use the default skin anyway. I don't like using custom skins just because I feel like generally they slow my game down, or they used to when I used to have lesser laptops and computers. And yeah, that was mainly the reason why actually. But I did have a gaming computer. I didn't really use them. I could have done them, I suppose, before, but I didn't. Default, mate. Anyway, welcome into the chat and the stream. Hope you're doing well. In fact, let's check as well. How did Forrest get on? Oh no. Phone's frozen. Oh, here we go. Big 1-0 defeat. Ruben Neves penalty. Yeah. Get out, Forrest. Down. Going down. Played two of the worst teams in the league in the last couple of weeks and lost to both of them. Going down. Probably going to benefit them. There's a bloody Winter World Cup to like break everything up a little bit. I mean, half their players can't be going to the World Cup, so they have time to gel together. Yes, I have, yeah. I always set it to 2 seconds. Yeah. Because if there's if there's an important message that you're expected to respond to, it won't go past that. How have I? I'll show you here. Yeah, it won't go past anything you need to respond to, so you don't miss anything, and it just makes it quicker. So if you just type in continue in preferences, so I'll go a bit slower there. Go to FM, click preferences. If you then just type in continue, there's a thing called continue game timeout, this one here, and you have instant, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And if it's counting down, like if it goes, if you're on this screen and it goes to what, and you click it on the left click, it will stop the countdown and you can just carry on as normal. So you can't really lose with it, really. That's why I'd always put it on. Even if you don't really use it, if you put it on 10 seconds, you're not really ever going to lose. It's our game in hand now. Everybody else played on the weekend because we played in the FA Cup final, so didn't actually see if we'd qualified for the top 4 yet or not. Oh, and it goes 1-0 to Leeds. There you go. Turn up for the books. Oh yeah, mate. No worries. No worries at all. So go FM, go preferences, and type in continue. And then where it says continue game timeout, click whatever you want. I got 2 seconds. So if you've got a news item that you need to respond to, it won't go past that. And if you left click at any point while it's counting down, it'll just stop and it'll be like normal then. So you can't really lose out on it. It's good. Helps it, things go much quicker. I used to have it to 5 seconds and I realized sometimes 5 seconds is too long for me. Yeah, I've used it, I reckon, for about, maybe like a decade now. It's really useful, I find. It's useful for like long-term saves when, I don't know, let's say you're playing as a team like a Spartak Moscow, right, or whoever it is, in some league where you're too good for the domestic competition, but it's quite difficult in Europe, and there's those saves where like you get knocked out in the group stage and you're just really clicking through, but you're not really having to do too much. You're sort of waiting for next year. It ticks through much quicker, it keeps things flowing a lot quicker. I think it's good. It's really good for streaming, and although I did this like 10 years ago nearly, but like, just be able to leave it, just clicks through it. It's nice. I highly recommend it. It's good. For long-term saves in particular. Yeah, my best mate hates it though. I enforce it on him when we do network saves. Hey, just click. It's fine. Just click. It'll stop it. But I put it on 5 seconds because he misses it. He's a bit slow, bless him, as Craigie with that stuff. Can't quite get to it in time. Just dance. Would it be okay? Probably get him involved in one of my streams next year. Well, like, I say next year, I mean FM23, not next calendar year. One. Could be our first defeat. Table, actually. To get third. So we need to win this, really, or at least draw. Let's go for it. This club. Let's go for it. 4-2-4. If we score 1, we'll see what the goal difference is like. If we score 1, see how far we are off Arsenal. Because we might need to try and go for the win if we get 1. There's 1. There is 1. Let's not check it. Oh my god, it's close. So if we draw this game, 2 goals behind, can we afford to risk that? Who would they play? Drop points there. I'm not going to chase the win because a draw should be enough. Because I think they'll drop points to Southampton. And if they don't, we need to make sure we win by 2 goals. More than they do. I reckon the tactical thing is don't chase it. Don't chase the dream. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hey, how are you? How's things going? Yeah, I'm good. How hope your weekend is going good as well. I think Barnsley have turned around a little bit. We had a terrible run, but we've just gone about 25 games undefeated, and it's like the most shocking thing I've ever seen in my life. This Barnsley team are completely cursed, but I think we might have broken the curse. I'm not sure how, but we have. Yeah, any plans this weekend? I'm actually going out for some drinks for the first time in I don't know how long next weekend. I can't wait for that. Oh, shit. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Please, no. Right, Leeds, we had a great beta save. I won the league my first season with Leeds in the beta. It was brilliant. I loved it, Leeds, but don't you dare score against me here. Come on, boys. We'll take that. Right. I'll say disappointed, but I'm not disappointed. I'm actually happy with that. I think we might get third. I honestly think Arsenal can drop points to Southampton. They've lost 2 games back-to-back by, like, a big margin. I think they're going to drop points. I think they'll draw. They might even lose. Right. That's what I found now, honey. What am I doing without you? This was a classic back in the early 2000s, man. Era of the boy bands. Oh. Double check something quickly. Okay, Brighton at home. Guaranteed win. Not even worried about it. I mean, I've not said that before in this save, by the way. Like, oh, that's a guaranteed win. But this team is a bit different right this second. Not loads, but a bit different. Like, I said we'd win every game from now to the end of the season. I didn't say we would. I said I thought we would. And okay, that was a draw. I said, actually, I did say we'd draw 1 game, and I thought it would be like that game. It's almost going to come to fruition. If we win these 2 games, my prediction was right from whenever we said it. It just had that feeling about it. I'm still not totally sure about next season with this tactic, but I know I can't change anything at this point. I can't make any argument where I can go, yeah, it was a good end to the season, but I'm going to try this instead for next season. There's just no argument for that. It has to be this tactic. At least from a start point. I'm very conscious of making sure I've got a squad that can pivot to a different system if I needed to. So there is that. Feeling right now. Getting right. There was ever a time to win the title, it would have been this season. Whoever wins is going to win on pretty low total points. I mean, like, 85 isn't that bad, I suppose. 82 would be low, though. Somebody wins on 82. Who's in the Champions League still? Is it City? No. Oh, it's Chelsea. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right, we need third. If Chelsea win it, they're going to take that spot from us. Right, there's 3 ways we can win this. There's 3 ways we can get into the Champions League next year. Right? One is finish third. It's done. No problems whatsoever. 1 is win the Europa League. Done. No problems. The other way is to finish 4th and hope PSG beat Chelsea in the final Champions League. We need one of those ways to come to fruition for us to finish in the Champions League next year. Barnsley, come on. You've been so good for so long. Please don't let me down here. Arsenal are almost definitely going to drop points, I reckon. So we just need to win our game. If they were to lose and we drew, that would still be enough. If they draw and we win, we didn't drop points. If they drop points, we're fine, I reckon. Come on. Oh my God, stop with the bloody highlights 1 second. Give it a rest. Just try and do this. Or Arsenal, that they haven't scored yet. Right, okay. I just want to make sure that was up when we go into that screen between games, between highlights. That's Townsend. William. Left side mid to Leandro. There he is again. That is awful. Come on, Southampton. Cabello, Torrin, Eli, William, Cabello, left-hand side, Camille Cabello, William, Torrin, it's calamitous, it's absolutely calamitous, De Grief has it, plays it through Eli Andrew, blocked. Blocked, it's still 0-0 in their game. Oh, I thought it was a goal. Come on, Southampton. And Barnsley, we do need to try and win. Tottenham have fallen up in their game. Come on, Southampton. Eli. Lucas Silva. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was it for us. I thought we were going to score. Half time, it's 0-0 in their game. It's 0-0 in our game. I'll say scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of the game. We have dominated so far. So highlight early for Barnsley. It's going to be Eli with the corner, but we sit in far post. Lucas Silva heads it over the bar. Probably should have scored for that, really. Right, Torrin comes off, and my super sub Torone is going to go on at striker. I think he's going to score it for us. He's going to score the winner for us here. Left centre mid, we'll put Amdouni in there. Go 4-2-4 unless we have to. Because I don't want to risk us losing the game, really. Gyro. What are you doing, lads? Put your fucking fingers out, man. It's Brighton at home. We have to go for it because we can't bank on the fact they might lose because they're not even losing now. Score. You've got to score, boys. Corner. Eli. Townsend headed away. Camille Cabello gets to it. Amdouni. Eli Andrew. Everything's offside. Oh, he's not. Tony! Come on! Come on, Barnsley! Here we go! Come on. Highlight for Brighton. Surely not. It's Brighton Hove Albion. It's not Real Madrid. It's not Barcelona. Brighton Hove Albion, lads. Eli Andrew. Plays it across. Bruno Luis. Oh. Camille Cabello. William. Just shoot. To get it out. But that'll do. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get ourselves back in our shape. That's what we want to do here. Come on, Southampton. Hold out. It's too much passy, as Merson says it on Soccer Set. No. What is this? Free kick. Yes, game over. Right, we've done our job. Come on, Southampton, do yours. Please do yours. Oh, you're in it for a city. Come on, Southampton, don't you dare. No Aguero. No Aguero moment, please. Was it? Did we do it? Did we do it? Finally, it's back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is back next season. League final, here we go. Doesn't mean anything to us, really. It's nice to win another trophy, like, get another bit of a club wrap up. Here we go. Early highlight, Bruno Luis on the counter. Here we go. Oh, no. What was that, man? They're in. Should 1-0 to them, really. Let's get rid of that and put animation back. Yeah. Let's put theirs up as well. Stop the party. Nothing's really happened in 10 minutes. Sesko, Bellingham, fairly decent side if it was like 5 years ago. Don't want it. They don't want this high press. Come on, let's engage it. Let's engage it. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Bruno Luis does it. William Turin. He's in. He's onside. He scores. Barnsley, you're just too good. We're just too good. Come on. There we go. No. Shut up, coach. How are you, mate? Let's say to the boys after time, let's say Cabello off, Kaká left back. Eli can come off and put on a Amdouni at right centre mids. They've had nothing. Oh no, sorry, we had nothing. I was getting around. We've had all the possession. We've had no chances. Torrin off. Torrin on. We're going to win this 1-0. We're going to win this 1-0. I just know it. I just know it. It's coming. We've been so good the last few weeks. Eli still plays it back to William. William to Iniesta. To Rone. Amdouni. Here comes the goal. It's coming. Oh, no, don't want to see a big cross, really. Oh, it is a big cross. Bruno Luis gets it back. Links up with the left back, Kaká. Kaká is absolutely useless, but he's going to hopefully just give this to somebody else. Oh, my God. Elandro. Oh. It was close, boys. Come on. Winner. No extra time. No extra time. Great, I've 100% win rate today, coach. Oh, man, congratulations. Too much is, but I'm not optimistic. No, is it competition, is it? Bruno Luis off. And left, yeah, that's that. And let's switch then. These two? No. Don't want pens. The joke's on you, foot manager, if we lose this, because we don't really care about this competition. So let's watch you make us lose some pens. Don't want to go first. Score. It's time waste. Look at him. Look how long he's taking it in goal. What's this? Taking ages to get in goal. Oh, stinks it. That's you give it to him. I'm doing it. I said, give it to him. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want it. He's past his best. Oh. Oh. Torone. Hey, Jude. We don't care. You can have it. Have the bloody Europa League. Nobody cares. We've already won this and we're in the top 4. We don't care. Alejandro. That's probably I think that's one of my former players. Good lad, Alejandro. Love that. Good from you. Good sportsmanship. It looked like it was going over, but it didn't. It's it. He doesn't want it. Doesn't want it. Yeah! Yes, he's missed it as well. Here we go. We don't want this competition. We'll take it anyway. Come on, who wants it? Who's next? Oh, De Grief. De Grief, the centre mid that I played right back the whole season. Go on, De Grief. He's not really De Bruyne-like, but he's more like, I don't know, maybe more like De Gea. Oh. What are we doing here? Yeah, giving it on a plate, and he still missed. Could have been a hero. Oh, for the goalkeeper, really. He's done all he can, bless him. Bunch of bottlers over there in red, missing all the penalties. Ruperne? Ruperne is going to take the next one. Backup left centre mid is how he's known to me. Yeah, well, there you go. That's why he's backup centre mid. Backup left centre mid misses. We lose it. Unlucky for manager. We don't care about that. So, proud of your efforts, lads. Nobody cares. It's fine. It's fine. It's super chill music. Kind of like it. Oh, okay. That's probably the song that I put on then. Yeah, there's a really cool song. It's called Some Wave Backyard Stories. That one is quite a nice song, but in my ears I can hear, I think, the music that comes with the video from Stream Elements. Just dun 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 dun. It goes a bit like that. So I don't think that's but I don't think you could hear that. I think I can hear that, but I think I've got that muted for when you hear it. So I think it's fine. But I could hear it and I was like, oh shit, I hope that it's not overlapping with the other music. Yeah, I think that was I like that song. I used it for I think my Leeds series intro. I really like that song. Like, it's probably my favourite ever song for free. It was a free access from Epidemic Music, but it's for all like the sort of intro music stuff. It's good. Right, we're at this. Goldaska, what is that? What is that YouTube video, please, mate? What is that for? Oh, you botted? What do you mean? Oh, do you mean like followers and stuff? Yeah. They actually took loads off. I emailed Twitch. Well, I reported one of the accounts and reported it all to Twitch saying, look, because the last time they actually started sending like messages in the chat and stuff, so I reported it all to Twitch and they removed a load of them. But not all of them, obviously. But yeah, don't ask me about it. Because I don't like to give them the light of day talking about it on stream, to be honest, so. Right. Let's move on then to the end of season review and see what we're going to do financially with this team here. Okay. Fine, whatever. I don't care, mate. Ready? Get on with it. I'm Dooney. Right. Okay, so apparently Eli was a pretty good signing in terms of his rating. He did okay. Mika was a good solid backup. That was a very good signing. Some good over. Now, I signed him. He hasn't played too much for us, but apparently he's in the Argentine national team, but the scouts don't rate him at all. But I reckon he's probably pretty good. He played well for them. He played well for me when he played in matches. And he's getting games for the Argentina national team, so he's got to be half decent. This guy I'm unsure about. Like, I used him as a backup right back. He did all right. Missed those penalties, obviously, in the end match. Ernst, who I brought into play as my number 10, did pretty well, actually, in centre mid as well, so I'll probably keep him next year. Camilo Cabello was brought in to be a solid left-back option and was really good. So if I could play centre-back, like, if I got a... Oh, no. If I got an option to bring in a really good left-back, I'd happily move him to centre-back. It took us like 20... No, it wasn't 20. It took us like, 7 attempts to get certain players to unlearn PPMs or player traits in the Munich save. It takes a long time. The Champions League to the boys, knockout stages. Fine. Dun, 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 dun. Salam Dooney. He's a really good backup centre mid for Eli. Probably is maybe better than Eli. But Eli is club homegrown. Oh, this is results. It wasn't finished. Yeah, whatever. Moments to remember. There weren't any. Finances are all down because we've got knocked out of the Champions League into the Europa League this year. Fans player of the season with Lucas Silva. He was class. Young player of the season, Marco Pellegrini. Okay, that's interesting. Sign of the season was Mick Earl, according to the, I guess, fans. Goal of the season, Prosper William. Took goal scorer was Toroni with 27. That's quite a good return, actually, overall. Most assists to Eli, 20 assists. That's really good. That's some good stuff there. Like, we actually find it like a normal foot manager team that's looking like they're on the way up, trending on the way to be a title-winning, Champions League winning sort of team. It's the first time it's looked like that, though, for a long time. Right, so there's a new stadium. The very creatively named Barnsley Stadium. That does fit in with the line of our club, really. So we're probably never going to play at that stadium. In this save. Right. Let's have a look then at these United players. Let's buy the stats off of United this time around. They haven't won years, have they? No, they haven't. Oh, no, they haven't. Look at that. Yeah, wow. Let's not get into it. We're recovered now. We're about to get like a load of money coming in. But, yeah. Jokers, man. Oh, no. What just done? Oh, that was it. That was right. Thought I pressed the wrong button there. Okay, so. What I want first, really, I suppose, is the question. So has playing with the attributes been as hard as it seems, or is the adjustment period to get used to it? I think you get used to it. Like the other two saves that I've done with it, mate, went really well. And after a couple of poor years here and there, generally it was pretty positive. This one's been more difficult. I couldn't even explain to you why this one's been so bad. Every time something can go slightly against you in FM, it feels like every time something could have slightly gone against us, it has. And yeah, this team have just been so frustrating. But generally, it's been pretty good. And it's been very successful in the main part. It's just this one save. The other two were brilliant. I think having a tactic to buy into is really important. Here, right? Kenny Raponi. Now, he's probably going to be a backup centre mid for me. If he's going to be a backup centre mid, do I not just sell him and try and take 60 million for him? Or more? That's the question you have to start asking. I don't really want to change too much in the squad. What would I say is the worst position? I do think we need a centre back now. Let's look centre backs first. Let's start there. I think it's important for the tactic in particular because, like, if you're not setting your tactic and you start changing it all the time, like bringing in a winger that has really good dribbles per 90 or distance covered, etc., that may not be applicable, especially if you go to like a back three or something, right? So I think having a a playing philosophy. So your playing philosophy is this on the left hand side, right? Pretty set, and I think having roughly a shape, like in real life, I don't think the shape is as important. I think the playing philosophy is more important than playing shape in real life. But in the game, I think the playing shape is also important for Moneyball, because in FM22, because of the stats that are available for you to use, once you start getting quite far removed from what you originally looked at, like if you were to buy a team based on the stats of 4-3-3 and you switch to a 4-4-2, it's quite different. Like you're playing you need two strikers doing two slightly different roles. You've now got midfield 2 instead of 3. That becomes quite a different thing to look at. So I think next year, though, from what they've released so far, it looks like that all the new stats and stuff they've released from the thing that they showed the other day on FMFC, looks like it's going to be a lot more stats for people need to use. So it's slightly different next year. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so hang on. United played a back 3, did they? No, they didn't. I'm not going to use their stats if they played this all season. No, they didn't. They might have done it for that last game against Everton. They played 4-2-3-1. I thought they did. They played 4-2-3-1. Yeah, look, they play 4-2, but it's got them playing like a bloody 3 at the back system here. So I'm going to have to try and be careful who we actually are copying, making sure it is their actual player. Right, so their centre back. Bastoni was definitely their starting centre back. So I'm going to pick Bastoni stats to look at here. So what we're looking for here is so I'm just moving it across. So Bastoni had, let's see here, headers 1 percentage we'll look at first, 85%. Interceptions per 90 is 3. Tackle completion ratio is 77, which is exactly the same. Pass completion is going to be really high. And then that normally eliminates a lot of players because of this. The interceptions per 90, look at that. Like there's nobody, all you need is a few stats and already they're all gone on the list. Interesting, former player of ours. How many games has he played? 1. Let's wait and see on that. Junior Mokoko. Obviously, you got to look out for this, like appearances. Like he's only had 1 sub appearance. You look at 1, what division have they played in, and 2, what is the appearances? Like, is this one of those as my player? So that's good. That means probably shouldn't be selling Pellegrini then. Be lower. Maybe that's 83. I don't like going below 83 for header 1 ratio. Bandre Fini, he was my old player. Fini, he was class. We bought him for 22 and sold him for 110 million to Chelsea. There he is, Benjamin Lamptey. He's quite good, he is, but he's worth loads of money, isn't he? It's not like beyond the realm. Make that work if I really wanted to. Slow that to 2 and that to 82, and that is the lowest I'm going here. Okay, that looks like a great shout right there. This guy right here. John O'Connor is Portuguese apparently. 5'5" centre back. Not today. Not in 100 years from today. Not in 1,000 years from today. Am I doing that? expensive. Shortlist him in case he, like, I don't know, falls out with the club or something, but unlikely. Seems that begs the question to plan to see tomorrow. A couple of options there, only really a couple, in addition to what's already on the shortlist. Right, that's the first thing we look at. What else? I think fullback was raised in the chat as a problem. I do agree it could be a problem. I mean, we could just look at fullbacks here. And Dyer, former players there right back, so that's interesting. Dribbles per 90 is, fuck me, 3.1. We're never going to get that. That's funny. Two of their starting fullbacks are our ex-players, so that's annoying. Cross completion, 18%. Header-on ratio, '83 and 60, so let's go 75. Then tackle-1 ratio needs to come in here. Is going to be 79. Give us a few players. Okay. Oh, for Christ's sake. That's my current backup right back, so that's a good start. I'm happy with that. These guys, have they even played? No. The Jonas Brothers. Right. Let's lower back. So I'm looking at right now is him. So how did he not appear before? That's my former player. I'm not going to buy him. I'm trying to see what they would want for him. Yeah, no chance anyway. Time I look for you, the sun goes down. I think 182 get back together for a world tour. Love it. Looking, coach. Like, if I don't look now, I'm already spending time to look. I may as well keep looking. That's another former player of mine. Backup player as well, the grief, funny enough. What's funny is, hang on a minute, my backup player's there, but where's my first choice right back? Let's just have a quick look at this. So he's better in the air. I mean, he has played some easier games. Let's get that out of the way first. And he's also played centre mid, so that's going to dictate the stats a little. But anyway, chances created per night is way higher. Dribbles per night is higher. Cross completion is a bit lower. Interception per night is a bit lower. Tackle per game is higher. That's the same. They're quite similar. But the grief probably still gets the little nod between the two. So, I mean, I don't know how good defensive this guy really is. Because he's not really right back. He's a centre mid. I do like Carlos Gabriel, but Tottenham signed him, fuck's sake. Set free. I hate when it does that. But I need to play more games, but I'll have a look at him. He could be quite good. $20.45, look at that, bloody hell. Oh, that's a long save, man. I mean, it's not just the time. It's like, for so many of those years, you're like too good for your domestic teams, but not good enough for the Champions League teams. It's like you get that frustrating knockout in the first knockout round of the Champions League, and you're like, oh, and that's it. You got to wait another few months for it to become entertaining again. All right, fair play, man. Lower that. Because, I mean, dribbles penalty can be low because of the role they're given to play by the manager. The dribbles penalty is low, they've got to be good defensively. I ain't seen anybody that I'm like, yeah, they are definitely the one. Look at all these, but I mean, I've got to be honest, my current backup right back is as high on these stats as any of them. I just don't know how good of a right back he really is. Oh, Elliot State, please, that's hilarious. He's still there. He's still in the Championship. I might get Elliot in, that'd be so funny. A few in there that is going to be interesting to see how they come back in their scout reports, because there is quite a few in there that look like they could be okay. Shark, how are you, mate? By the way, big shout outs to Coach and I've got this twice apparently. Sorry, hang on. Yeah, I'm good. How are you, mate? How are you, Chuck? If you're not following Chuck, go give him a follow. Does a new show with Stick Piano on all of basically all the draft tournaments, right? It's not just the playoffs, it's everything. And you do like preview shows, all that kind of stuff, which will start pretty soon. So definitely go give that a follow. Oh, the draft tournaments, there you go. Covering all those. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just trying to get this save finish, really. We finally had like a good end to the season where it looked like it was moving somewhere. But I think I've got enough time for 2 seasons. And I still need to win the Premier League and the Champions League with Barnsley. So it's going to be a couple of long, like today's a long stream already. What we at? 5.5. And it's probably going to be, I might take an hour out for some food, but I'm probably going to go until about 2 a.m. I would have thought today. I don't like to stream on Sundays because of the NFL. I love watching NFL on Sundays. It's my day off from everything. Good, man. Pleased to hear. Pleased to hear. Like, honestly, if I'm being honest, I'd love to have had like a little break from streaming between this and FM23, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do content-wise, whether I want to go straight into YouTube instead of streaming for a little bit. Right. Thank you for the follow, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. Well, I think we've done all we can at right back. Let's just flip that to left back and see what we've got going on here. We do need a left back, I reckon, more than a... Well, if we can get a good left back, I could move my current left back to a centre back, and he's a really good centre back. So there's a former left back of mine. No chance for that sort of money. Thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, yeah. Oh, are you asking what I've chose? I think I'm going to probably do a Pep or Simeone recreation to save earlier. Not Moneyball, just like normal. And just do save like that. I'm not sure who with yet on that front, but that'll be the save. That'll be the sort of style of the team anyway. And then after those 2 things are out the way, I then might venture into a Moneyball save. Not too sure yet. Save a Moneyball save for YouTube until closer to Christmas. Maybe the side of Christmas. I don't want to go and do another one straight away on YouTube. I could do one on Twitch, but not on YouTube. I don't. Do you know what? I say that, but apparently, Football Manager released some of the new stats they put into the game this year. So, there's quite a few new ones by the looks of it on that post that I saw reported. If you remember the FMFC club. Nice, man. Sounds good. Coach, that sounds good, man. I didn't mean to continue there. So we've got the left backs and right backs. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody there that I think is going to overhaul our success in that wing back position. We'll have to see how that comes back. I'm not thrilled with any of that. I want a CDM. As a backup, maybe. I don't need a centre mid. Like, I don't need a starting CDM because he's the one. I could sell William. He's worth a lot of money. I'm not going to, though. I don't think. Could Peter Bell do the job? He is quite good for a youngster. Probably should look for a CDM. I've not looked for him for quite a few years, actually. Artists, let's make this may last forever, forever. Right, CDM. I'm going to look at. I think is Fagner their one? I think so. Bruce Minton played quite a few for them. The new gen they've got. Yeah. I think Bruce Minton, I'll go for you. So we need a interceptions per 90 of just 1 tackles per game. For Minton is going to have to be just 1. So we don't need that, do we? No, because that's not going to do 1. Tackle completion ratio is going to be at 78%. Key tackles don't care. Pass completion. Only 84, that's quite low. The ratio is going to be 52? Is he sure? 52? Well low. Just see what comes up with that for now. That's enough. Agnes, 55. It gives you 1,000 players. That'll do then. Let's make this last forever. Then I guess let's shove ourselves in for this. Mike Breyer looks pretty good. Expensive though. I mean, who's doing these evaluations? Whoever in my club is telling me that Sven Braun is £200 million player, go and do one. That's what I want to do actually. Let's do appearances. At least, let's figure out some. Appearances. At least give me 7. Still doesn't get away loads, but that does eliminate all like the players that have just played a couple of games and got loads of stats, which don't correlate with anything else. 5x players in there, 3x players in there. It's interesting, the players that I buy and I've sold on are still getting those same level of stats after they've left me. Even though I feel like we've moved on from them and got better players, they are still pretty productive players. Just seen 4 of them there. Don't know if I can trust the SPL for some proper players. We've only got two seasons left here. We can't mess around with any clever transfers from the MLS, from the SPL. Too many here. Jones Boy 597. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. Joining our Moneyball save here. We use no player attributes. We use stats only to buy players, recruit players, and team step players. We've probably got 2 seasons left before FM23 comes out, we reckon. So, and we haven't won the Premier League or the Champions League yet. So it's all hands on deck. It's going to be a tense last 2 seasons, if I'm honest. I apologise in advance for being quite tense about the next 2 seasons when they develop. There's a lot of pressure on it, man. Essentially, I failed my own save here. I failed the objectives. I'm going to be devastated, annoyed, pressed, furious. Really negative about that. My contempt for these players will have no limits. So certain players. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Enjoy what people are doing tonight, mate. And I will catch you soon, man. Take care. I'm gonna probably have some food in a little bit and then carry on. I might eat on. Oh, I've got a curry now. I probably will take a tactical 45-minute break. It might not even be that. It might be only half an hour. I was going to do an hour, but it's not going to be an hour. It won't be an hour. We've got time to waste. There's a couple of players in there. I'm not sure there's a load, but there's a couple of players in there. Lamb Vindaloo always, man. Love a Lamb Vindaloo, mate. Darling. I reckon I've got all I can from this. So winger is next. But what I'm going to look at first is the Brazilian leagues for this. So, Chibos Penite, that's pretty good. Decent winger. Oh, little Michael William here. Get a little report on you, son. At you, looking at me. That is really good. Who the hell is this? Vansk? Name that is Wellison Dickerson. Absolutely banging in the goals in Brazil. Banging in the goals he is. Fucking Jesus. 44 goals. He did play 68 games, but I mean, has he just been missed? He can't be very good, because I think that by the time he's 28 years old, surely got picked up before that point. He's definitely getting scouted. This guy as well, absolutely banging in the goals, is Fernando. I mean, again, across the board, decent stuff, man. This Claudinho's been here for a few years, man. He always pops up. But, I don't know. Whenever I've scouted him, it's been poor. Let's give Mo. These attackers here are a bit poor, bless them, aren't they? BRA. Yeah, BOT, though, what we got here? We got somebody banging in the goals in front again. We got a dribbler on the right. Ronald, no. Left-footed, not interested in that. Bad away from the bar. Brent is still banging in goals. We've got a dribbler here. We do... yeah, we do. We've got two. Actually, two of them. T2.56 doo-doo. Oh, he's got to be the different one, yeah. Let's look at down to 10th place, see what we got here. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the your way. I'll be there for you. That's 3.7 mile joules per night is really high. Generate. Was brought down to your knees. That. Actually, maybe I don't know. What's going? Some of the smaller teams in Argentina getting a bit of success here. Dribbles per 90. That's pretty poor. Who wants him? Leeds want him. Let's have a look then. Dribbles per 90 is a little low, so what else we got here? Key passes per 90 is okay for a winger, not too bad. XG, not many games played for that. XG, average. He's not that good, really. I'm going to scout him, but I don't think he's that good, really. He doesn't really fit our stats that well. Gonzalo Costa. Oh, this is what I wanted to buy last year, but I mean, he was playing for a different team, and he's 6'5". Like, that's always a good start for a new gen striker. Dribbles per 90, Ignacio Colombati. Okay, I see you, Combati. Maybe. Go down to, I think, Racing for this one. Nope. I'll be there for you. Both their wingers dribble a little bit, but... no, man. Fucking left-footed. Sing club. Just gonna do all that. Go thank you, mate, for the look. I appreciate that. Right, they have got... Funny about United, it's Marcus Rashford scored 29 goals for them last season, and he's retiring. That's quite a lot of goals for them to try and replace. And I think Martinelli might do the same thing for Arsenal. For them, really. It's got to be that guy there. Right, we're looking at then dribbles per 90 first. 2 cross completion. It's only 14%. That seems incredibly low. Shot on target, 47. Ratio, 56. care about that as much. Let's give it that for now. It's enough. Okay, wingers then. Tom Crow for Bournemouth. Nope. My own player. And the player I'm never going to sign. You look half decent. Ooh, look at this name. Loose. 2. You can't play fullback for me, son. But you might play on the wing. I'll be able to do that. Yes. Because you're everywhere to me. I did not see that guy. Apparently, he's done all right. Jerson in the Portuguese league, we are going to say a maybe to that. Oh, Lorcan Kelly. No. Pedro. No. Now the water is getting deep. Elisiu, 6'3" winger. Yes, please. Sign me up for that. Yeah, not too much going on. Oh, I hate it when it does that. But somebody in the don't start, foot manager, please. Don't. We're gonna have one of those days today. Let's take out then. No, that needs to go up. Let's see what that does. Former player. Andrew. Oh, for the love of Jesus Christ, stop doing it. It's bets. Voila. I don't think I saw him actually. He's at Verona. I thought he was in the Argentinian league for a second there. 8 o'clock Monday night and I'm waiting. I don't mind my wingers too much, especially if I use one of those 2 strikers we've currently got in the wide areas. So I don't mind not being able to get like a winger per se, as long as we can get a striker. That would be fine with me. Which we can look at right now is now a striker. So let's have a look. Much money in the club, but for some reason they've given us a little bit of a transfer budget, and we've got 85% of the next sale of the transfer revenue, which is crazy to me. Considering how bad our finances are. Okay, let's take Rashford before he retires. So goals per 90 for Rashford is 0.69. That's fine. Shots per 90 is 2. That's fine. Shot on target ratio is 57%. Gonna get rid of that. Dribbles per 90 for Rashford is a 2, let's say 1 for now. Header 1 ratio for Rashford was 50. And we're going to go with that. Who does that give us? Go on, who does it give us? Not very many players. Con Johansson. That is it. Let's take down then goals per night. Exactly, can be subjective to the team a little bit, as could shots per night. Let's get rid of those two and see what happens. So Jar Victor's there, but he's not going to play striker for me. Fadida's an ex-player, no chance. Dongju, absolutely no chance. No. My heart, I wanna be sedated. All I wanted was to see you naked. Hey. On Lambert, now I tried to sign him before. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's get. Apparently, his value's gone down because he was like worth ridiculous amounts of money, like way too much. But apparently, it's come down a little bit. So we'll take a look at that. What all the bad guys want. Ronnie Moronta, no. Matthew Defoe, no. Johansson's still there. Johansson's going to be interesting. Down. Highest league. Okay, that's going to be a flat no. Let's get rid of that completely. Let's drop back. It could be role dependent. Let's get that down to like 47. And that considers nobody less than this. This is the lowest I'm going for anything. And that thing is, like, when you start to get like down to this less amount of stats, that doesn't mean anybody appearing on this you can just sign, which you can do at the start. It just means that it's like a safety net almost. You still probably have to look at the players you're looking at here and see if the rest of their stats still apply. Like when you put all the stats in, if anybody appears after you've done all the stats, then you can pretty much sign any of them and they fit what the stats you're looking for. But the more you remove, the more you've actually got to like take things into consideration, right? You can't just buy the players on this list now because they've appeared, because really you just used it as like an extra filter process rather than like these are the stats we're looking for. Makes any sense? Guy looks quite good. Generally in FM22, yeah. Generally in FM22. Also, I've already got two other strikers that are like pacey and behind strikers that I might move wide. And I would move them wide if I had like a bigger striker that could do what they do, but also be a bit more of a threat in the air. So it's more of a case of really just seeing if there's anybody that can do what they do, but be really good in the air as well. Is there a Haaland-like player in that sort of frame, or an Alexander Isaac frame player? That's what I'm sort of looking at right here. Because I'm quite happy if those two are my two strikers next year. I'd be okay with that. You know, I wouldn't be devastated about that. But so where the fuck was this guy before? How did I miss him? Maybe Int aren't doing very well. I must have missed him. My list, my Brazilian search there. That could be the one that we want for the wide players. So like, if we scout Patrick Rabataz and he's really, really good, I'll take him and just keep my strikers as strikers, and I don't need a striker. I'm signing one forward, whether it's a wide player or a striker. We're going to get one, but they have to be. If they're not like top level this season, they have to be close to it, and they're going to become that next season. That's what I'm sort of looking at right here. So it needs to be Haaland like for a striker, but I'm just seeing, this is my last real search this will be of players. I would have thought 22. Can't even score. No chance, mate. Right. That'll do. We've looked at everything except for, I think, centre mids. Sell him. I don't need that. I think. Also might have some players in this list anyway for centre mid. Couple. Because it's the last one I'm probably going to do, so we'll look for somebody, but I'm not as bothered about centre mid, really. Okay, so looking at Florian Wirtz's stats. So, key passes per 90 for Wirtz was 2. Dribbles per 90 was low. I guess his role was quite low, so we're just going to leave that off, I guess, for now. Pass completion for Wirtz was an 83. So let's just whack that 80 for now. Don't care about that. Tackle ratio 67. Ratio 51. Quite a few players. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's me. That's good. So that's my own centre mid. That's an ex-centre mid of mine. Okay. That's my right back. That's the Russian that I wanted to sign last year that I couldn't. City have got him. I'm going to scout him again, but it's not like I'm going to sign him because he would cost me too much money. Now he's at City. Danny boy. Guy looks pretty good. He's played wide though, hasn't he? He's not really a centre mid, so that's why he's got such good stats for dribbles per 90. The obvious thing you have to watch out for is when players sneak in like a little centre mid search and they're actually playing right back the whole time. That is absolutely incredible. His dribbles per night and key passes per night are really, really good. But one start, that's why. Fuck's sake. I should have put the appearances on. My sort of minimum is like 7 appearances with starts and subs combined. That's not my minimum. But I'll even look, and even then, if they're like really low on that aspect, it might be a case of scout and watch rather than scout and buy. Yeah, it looks like it's the majority of the players there for centre mids with these stats. Let's just take down then. Oh, I don't know what I would even lower from that. Maybe that. But I probably have Jaws per 90 at 1. Yeah, I probably would do that. Let's do that. Then let's go 90. Dribbles per 90 is going to then go to 1. That can probably drop. That can drop a little bit. Let's go with that. That gives us quite a few players. Did like that guy a lot. I looked at him before. But when you've got a 6'4" centre mid who can run with the ball that always piques interest, of course, at this football club. Salute tune. King Musa. Oh, he looks amazing. He looks fucking amazing. King Musa. King Musa looks amazing, man. I've got to sign him. I think I've got to sign him. That looks like we've still probably got the better players already listed. I love this guy as well, but he's costing us too much money if we sign him now. I mean, in the past, from signing players, if we think that they are the one and that it's essential we buy their stats specifically from them, there's a few good options in there, I would say. I don't think there's anybody that's world class that we have to get that player for that deal, because the ones that are like really, really good that we could sign are going to cost us like 60 to 80 million, maybe 49 with 50% of the next sale. That's probably the best we could do. So, like, if that is the case, I'd almost rather just stick with the centre mids we've got, because I don't think we can afford to just start making those sort of moves again. Because we might only get two seasons of this, right? And we're going to need that manoeuvrement in that second season in the transfer market if we can. And I think getting a centre mid, we don't really need one, just hold us back financially in that last season, and that might cost us. So I'm conscious of that, because if I need to do anything, it'll be the forwards that aren't good enough. Grandino, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Nope. Right, scouting's over. This is our team for this year. Not selling the goalkeeper, he can stay. And the current back at one. Right, I'm going to keep going until my food gets in. I'm going to go off for just 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get some food. It's just because it's a curry. I would just eat on camera and carry on, because it's a curry. It's just like, it'll be... I've tried it before when I've done like 12-hour streams before. We'll break up into 2 streams a little bit. Hopefully you'll all come back around for the second little stint of our massive stream today. I suppose we're not going to know for a little bit, but for players that are useless, Kaká's right up there. So I think I'd love to see him leave. Let's offer some players out. It doesn't mean we have to sell them right now, right? But it means we can get some offers in and see what the prospect looks like if we were to sell some of these. I want to sell him as well, but I can't sell him yet. Samuel Cordoba, I mean, potential there. Like, Claudio CG 2006, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Coach, there's your mate again. The guy that you signed as our assistant on Wimbledon. He's just taken over Chelsea here. So with, oh my God, yes please. 24 million all up front for my backup left back. You've got to be joking me, thank you. Stoke must have a tycoon. They've got to have a tycoon. No, they don't. What? It's failed. Anyway. The offer 29 is going on here. I swear to God, Kaká, you better accept Burnley's offer. You better accept their offer. Missing a trick on Kaká. Just shite this year. Absolute shite all season. There's no way. Get out of the club. Thank you. Kenny. Kenny, I don't know, man. I'm tempted to side you, Kenny. Let's see what we get for you. Let's see what we can get for you. Uh, 55? Okay. Would I rather send him to Villa? Probably, because they're not going to beat us to the title. Right, we've got 60 from all... Wow. Chelsea have got a good team, so have City. Is the extra 5 million worth selling him to a title rival? That's the question. I'm going to say no to that. Let's offer him out again for, I don't know, what would be worth the extra money there? 70 maybe? 15 million extra would probably be worth it. I'd rather sell him for 55 to Villa, I think. So, what would you do in that situation? Sell him for 60 to City? Yeah, I don't know. I think there's much of a choice there. I think you've got to sell him to Villa. They'll sell him on next year, I'm sure, but that's fine. If they sell him on next year after a good season, it's going to cost City or whatever it is 80, 85 million next season. I'm not confident enough to really sell anybody else in this team right this second. The left back's definitely going. I'm happy to sell the first choice right back as well. You're coming back up this year anyway because I'm going to switch him out. Sal Elias, this guy. I've just signed him though in January, right? So I don't know whether he'll go anywhere or probably will bid on him. Doesn't look like they have. No. I mean, fuck off board. Making me hamstrung for the rest of the save. I'll just keep him there as an actual backup, I think, for now. That other centre back. Okay. E? Come on, Elliot. You want to join? Come on. They've got a lot of these players marked low on stars, but I don't care about the stars. But a few of these players I think are good. Yeah, he looked good, this set of mids. He's probably worth bringing in and selling the other one. The left-footed one. How much could you get him for? You could probably get him for an okay amount. He'd be an okay pivot player. In fact, he's probably the one I'd go for. Who wants him? Yeah, sounds like he's pretty good. I'd probably go with him as my backup pivot player. I don't need anybody too good. I don't need anybody too expensive. I think he fits the bill perfectly there. That seems like a really good Moneyball signing. That. Yeah, I thought when I looked pretty good. Okay, right. I thought we found somebody good here. He looked good. How much is his release clause? Not much more either. Okay. I'm going to make an offer him now. I don't know if we'll actually get him, but let's get a contract offered to him now before somebody else comes in for him, which they will. Looks all right, man. But I don't think he's a right back. I'd probably use him as a winger. Is he 5'1"? Oh, come on now. Let's not be silly. Let's not be silly here. Oh, come on now. What are we doing here? Okay. That's what I wanted to look at was him. Don't think it's a good option though. Okay. Lambert, look at him. There's a starting level striker there, probably as a backup by the looks of it. Ooh. These average players, like they're worth loads of money, just slightly annoying. Left games, mate. That's the other one that looked really good, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Again, we're going to put some negotiations on him before it's too late. Looks like the Brazilian minimum fee release clause is going to potentially help us out here, although I can see us getting beat to these players, if I'm honest. King Musa is just got to be the one. His name's amazing. His stats are amazing. Like, King Musa, just come on now. Let's get him in. Let's get him in, lads. If I can't make that happen, that's going to be my last big signing. King Musa. So necessarily, mate. I'll be doing a Pep recreation recreation early on, and I'm not sure that'll be with yet. Venezia, I'll play as Venezia at some point. I don't know about teams really. It's more like types of saves. I'll probably do a Paris FC Moneyball save at some point. Paris FC and Venezia are both on my lists of teams I'm sure I'll be at some point this time around. Are you, mate? I'm not one of these people that likes to do this is going to be a beta save and just have it as a beta. Like, if I have a save, I'll play it properly, even if it's in the beta, because the beta saves always continue over to the main game. Yeah, I'm just going to have the same save go through for a bit. Like, my first save on the bait will be a proper save. Some good players there, you know. It'd be a slight risk to my backup left centre mid, but I think that money would allow me to get 3 or 4 real key players, or key depth players anyway, across the other parts of the team. So I'm thinking that we do that. I think I let Kenny go. It does leave this guy. Yeah, I'm really hesitant to do it, but I think I have to do that. I have to let Kenny go. If I'm not going to use him as a left back, I think I've got to let him go. Maybe do this. I'm going to come back to that. At Skyfall. Yeah, so we need... this guy can play out now. I want to start this guy. So I'm going to use my backup right back as my first choice right back. This guy wasn't that good, and he's worth loads of money. Please tell me somebody wants him. They do. 25 is nowhere near what I was hoping to get for him, but... So we're going to get from is 25, which is whatever, fine. Be Elliot in. Take that. You've got to be joking, Elliot. Elliot, come on now. I know you think you're worth a bit, but what is this? Absolutely taking the piss of those negotiations. So Elliot is a face in the game. So he used to work for Sports Interactive. This is his new gen. And his contract negotiations are a bit of a disgrace, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what's going on here. I miss Elliot. He's great. Great person to work with. Absolutely brilliant. Well, there's a few people that not only are they brilliant at their job, but they've got a great sense of humour and a great laugh and great, person to work with. Sad, really. Not sad for him. He's doing really well. I'm just looking for my other right back options because I don't want to pay that much wages for him, really. I don't think he's worth that. I don't think there was many other players that I thought were worth bringing it right back specifically. Look at this here. I don't do that on this, mate. I've got a set way to do it because it's a Moneyball save. I'm only getting players based on their stats. And the players that I've searched for, this will be the list. I'm not going to get anybody else in. It's that guy from Liverpool, but he's How tall is he? 5'2". I cannot sign off on that. I can't sign off on it. No, not in the Premier League. He's just going to get battered in the air. I know he is. It's going to cost me a trophy, and I know it will. I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just pay Elliot what he's demanding. It is looking like Elliot. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? We can't be chancing with that nonsense. Okay, this guy's quick. Has a load of shit traits, though, for a fullback. He's more like a centre-back, really. So that's going to be a no. I can't even see the wood from the trees here. Who is like an actual right-back option? He was one before. He's all right. It's worth way too much money for like a back. You got a big team across the back. I like the look of this guy. I don't know if he's going to be the right fit, though, for our team. Yeah, football first touch. You can't play a pep tactic if you can't touch the ball correctly in your first touch, man. Ignore, no. Carlos Gabriel's too much. Elliot is probably the best option. Elliot, I swear to God, if you let me, I'm going to be fuming if you let me down. Christ, I can't believe I'm going to have to do it. It looks like Elliot's coming into the club. Unless I get King Musa to play right back as well as centre mids. That is the other option, but I mean, it's going to cost so much money. Oh my God, I don't believe it. Elliot, you're coming in. Elliot, you've made it. You finally achieved it in life. You've been signed by me for something here. Oh my God. I've seen Elliot play football. I've played against Elliot. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. Elliot, sack your agent for a start. Whatever this nonsense is over here. I mean, the Champions League. Oh, I can't even. That's that. Premier League. You can't like put in the Premier League. There you go. Greed bastard, man. I've been looking at his stats for years. He's popped up on our list, but he was at somebody better than that. I think he was at Liverpool, and he was worth like 100 million. So we couldn't sign him for years, and now we might actually have had a chance to sign him here. I'm quite happy for this guy to play first choice. Like, he's definitely a centre mids, but as long as he can tackle, I wonder what his tackling is. The grief. Because that's important, really. We'll never know for another year, but if his tackling is like below 10, that's a slight problem. Just say yes. Outside are waiting. You coming around. There's a few more here. He was one. He's not even got any pace about him, which is not good. Oh no, if he's available, I want him. He's the one. But it cost me so much money. Who cares? There's 2 seasons left, who cares? He's coming in. No, Newcastle, go and just do one. On that. That would be sorted up front anyway. I'd be fine with that because our current strikers could play wing or striker. And my food's here, so I'm just going to soon anyway. I'm just going to carry on through so we get to these next couple of players. I'm going to take a break for a little bit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The 59 million amount again. Oh, nearly took it. I'll take that though. Right, I'm gonna bring him in. Oh, the lad. Have it all. Have it all. No, let's go. Let's go more. Moneyball is all about value in terms of buying stats, and there isn't an amount of money we can offer on this page that is worth the value. Like it's where the value is for us. This is the one position that we desperately need to perfect, and I think he is the one. I've said this before on this stream though, in this save, and I've been wrong. So value is here. Fingers. I have to appear in my stats list, Chief. Or be in a league that I can check it. I don't have many leagues loaded there. I don't have it loaded. Two good signings in the front three, I reckon. The difference with the Brazilian league, for example, I've got the Brazilian league loaded, so it will show me the actual stats for everything. They really like this guy, man, still. I'll consider it. Because he's got a release clause, right? Basically, if I did bring him in, that sentiment that I just bid on, and I brought in that striker, that's us done for the next 2 years. Like, there's literally no more money to spend. I think the squad's there then. Have I got a left back though? Don't think I've actually got a left back coming in, and I've sold one. That is right, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so no, we still need a left back. My apologies. I am thinking one position ahead. We actually do need a left back still. Then we'd be done though. The one. Do you scout any left backs? It's good. that much money on him, though. But again. Guy's played some matches now. I could sign him. Right. This guy could be decent. Only for a backup role. Because I'm actually quite happy with my first choice left back. Yeah, that is a problem position still for us, really. Left back, there isn't really a solution there in that list unless I was to play a centre middle winger there, but you're risking, we don't know the tackling of that player, and that could be a huge problem if they've got like 4 tackling. And if that's your backup left back, you're in a bit of trouble, right? There's a couple of players there we could look at. The one that I just scouted, and so no, there's more than one, right? There was the guy that I just scouted that was at Sevilla. Him. Wow, that's probably the only one. I love this guy, but how much is he going to cost me? Do this. Really, nobody wants to buy him now. That is just ridiculous. Same probably for Jack Good as well. I think he's quite a good player. But again, I'm not sure he's going to be good enough in time of the save. Him as well. Yeah, let's get a deal for him. It's a shame, really, because he's a good player, but he's just not quite good enough to be into the squad, I don't think. Not sending him to Villa, though, because they might have a good side after all this. I'd rather you just go like there. Seven and a half to Dusseldorf, that's fine. Villa gets rejected, and that'll do. You go to either of those 2 clubs that he's negotiating with now. He can go to either of those. Thank you, Good. You were pretty good last year, mate, but we're going to move on. Peter Bow. I mean, do you know what? It's not even worth selling you for that. I'd rather just keep you as an emergency option in there. Fucking stupid club saying they're interested and they bottle in it now. Shouldn't have let you go. And oh, here it goes. Right, forwards are done. Forwards, we're good for like 2 years. We've got strikers, we've got players that can play wide, we've got everything up front now. Finally. He's got a bit of pace, I don't believe it. He is the one. He can dribble, he's got pace. This guy's going to be amazing. This guy's basically going to be right-footed Haaland. She got him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got exactly 6 players. To avoid selling that Jack Good, I might try that because I'd like to not have to sell him because then he can be our spare player if any injuries occur, long-term ones. Oh no, Eliandro as well. Bollocks, he's right there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus Eliandro. So we've probably got almost 1 too many players there, which is fine because that basically means that one of those 2 new players, either Rabazi or Fernando, one of those who's going to not play very much, but that's fine. That's fine. We can carry on with that. And then centre mid is good, right back is good. Set mid then. We've got 3. Novak, I'm not going to be able to afford that now anyway. That Novak one. I have to redo it with installments and stuff. Let's see if we bring in that left back. I'd like to have got that centre mid in, really. This was the other guy I was looking at, was as a depth central midfield player. Like, he looks good to me. This guy looks way better as a cost benefit analysis on him looks much better than the lad I was just about to buy. I would still like to get the other player that I was going to buy a second ago, but I need to get him in installments. I can't get him up front like I was hoping to originally. It's just not possible for us. Forget that I gave her an extra key. Me. Oh, that's King Musa. So I get King Musa. Man, we just need one centre mid really, and one left back. And either I buy the expensive left back that I'm negotiating with and get a cheap centre mid, or I get a... Oh, no. Or we get the depth one, the one from Sevilla who looked like he was a depth left back, and we get in a top level centre mid. It depends which round I want to go with it, really. We do need... Oh, we need a centre back, don't we, as well? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that left back's going to be too much money, the one that I'm currently negotiating with now. I think we need to have a... I think we need 3 more players. We need left back, centre back, and centre mids. Away with that centre mid, probably. Eli Andro, like, Prosper could play more advanced if he needs to. Like, there are players that could do those more advanced roles, but we would be risking it a little bit. So let's delay that for a week. I've not gone yet, saying I was waiting to do one transfer and I've sort of just not stopped yet. So I'm just going to keep going until I figured out this little dilemma we got right here. I'm going to grab some food then. I'll probably grab some food and continue this through the pre-season so that we don't have to watch the bloody friendlies and stuff. That's probably what I'll do. So even though I'll be gone for like 45 minutes, it'll actually be through that sort of thing. Get really hungry though. Oh, come on, Scout. Who the fuck is scouting the Sevilla left back? Hurry up, man. What are you doing? Joker. And we're signing nobody right now. Okay, so we've got our left backs. We've got goalkeepers. We've got our right backs, we've got 1, 2. We've got technically 4 centre backs, but I'd love to just get rid of Eli and get another one in. We've got CDMs. We've got 1. We've got 2. We've got Eli 3. We've got 3 centre mids, maybe 4 if he was good enough. Now I don't know about him. Like, he's playing for Argentina. He looks like he's done pretty well, but I don't know. Like, unknown. Like, let's just say, for an example, if those are our centre mids, right? This is my current concern, as is. Where are we at? Where are we at, Jack? There we are. If that's your 4 centre mids, let's say Amdouni gets like a knee ligament or something like that. He's gone for the year. That leaves you with that. That leaves you 2 players, and Samuel Cordoba, away to Chelsea in a title-deciding game. I don't trust Samuel Cordoba. However, Eli Andrew could play there, and you could then play Torin or Torone wide right. Now, that could work. I don't know if they play well wide. It might do. You could alternative play possibly William up and then play our new CDM. So you could probably get away with it just. But if you had like a knee ligaments there, and Eli got like, I don't know, a torn hamstring for 2 months, then you're really in trouble. Because don't forget, we are trying to win 2 competitions. That's the other caveat to that. Squad could challenge the way it currently is. It's got enough. It probably can't withstand a long-term injury and win both. It could withstand a couple of like 2-3 monthers. And then it's a case of, is centre mid or centre back more important? League and Champions League, that's it. I don't care about anything else. The League Cup and FA Cup will get the backups played and holidayed all the way through. So will the group stage of the Champions League potentially if we do get through comfortably. So I want either a centre back or I want a centre mid. More likely to be a centre mid, I reckon, because centre back I can always use my left back at centre back, and I haven't got another left back to play. So it's probably got to be a centre back. Is there somebody there for like £15 million? Or technique, I want to see that for a centre back in our team. Never used to care about any of their like abilities as a player, really. Like, because we didn't really play a possession-based tactic football. We're playing it now, and it might just cost you. It's not that it might cost you in a game. I don't really look at it like that, actually. It's more that you don't then get the benefits of pinning a team back and having your centre backs, be able to pass the ball quickly. You don't really get that benefit because if they're shit on the ball, it just isn't going to matter, right? Yes, Saint, yeah, that's right. From Steam anyway, and selected people. But yeah, if you get it from Steam, you'll get it automatically whenever it goes live. Be available to install and download. Let's just do that. James Wiles, in you come. Yeah. Let's bring him in. Right, let's do this. If we get injured centre mid, I think we've got enough players we can cope with it, I reckon. I may be wrong, and we'll find out. Amount of money, no instalments, low wages. James Wiles, welcome to the club. All right, I think we're done. Okay, I'm going to confirm that transfer off camera, and I'm going to take a quick break, have a bit of food for like an hour. So let's say, wait 45 minutes. Let's say 8:30. 8:30, I will be back streaming. This will just carry on. Would have started. I won't play any games off camera. I'll make sure we come back and start the season together at the Community Shield. So I'm just going to click through this off camera, have a bit of food, and I'll see you all in 45 minutes. And yeah, with that being said, thank you very much. And I'll see you hopefully all in 45 minutes. We'll pick up exactly where we left off. Even the next song in the playlist will carry on where we are. So thanks for watching.